Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Top Notch Sports. I'm Jackson, and today I will be going over my 2021 American League MLB predictions. I hope you guys enjoy. Basically, all it is just going to be each division, each team and their record, and what I think is going to be a breakout player. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's jump right into it. Kicking it off with the Baltimore Orioles here in the American League East Division. Look, this Baltimore Orioles team isn't going to be good, and I think it's kind of obvious that I have them in last place. I got them finishing at 58 and 104 losses. I think the only bright spot on this team that happened in the offseason really is that Trey Mancini got cleared from cancer and he will be able to play this season, but I think the Orioles do have a bright future in the farm system, so I think when this team could be pretty solid sooner rather than later. We saw them kind of like get hot in the beginning of the 60-game season last year. I don't know if that's going to carry over going into this year. We'll have to wait and see what happens. And my breakout player for the Orioles this season is going to be none other than John Means. John Means came onto the scene just a couple years ago as a rookie, made the All-Star team, had a phenomenal season. Pretty sure he finished third in Rookie of the Year. So this kid is no slouch in the big leagues. But I think this guy, in a full 162-game season, once again, I feel like he's going to just have another breakout season for the Orioles and really, be the bright spot and anchor of this starting rotation. In fourth place, I got none other than the Boston Red Sox. I'm locked in here at 78-84. Look, I'm a big fan of this Boston Red Sox lineup with guys like JD Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, Alex Verdugo, Michael Chavis, all those guys. But the pitching is really, I think, it's going to lose this team a lot of games. So if they can get their pitching better than their farm system, again, I'm not really, in depth with the Red Sox farm system. So you Red Sox fans that see this, you have to let me know in the comment section below who are some up and coming pitchers for you guys in your farm system. Let me know. But I think this Red Sox team, their pitching is going to lose them a lot of games in my opinion. But I'm a big fan of their bats. And the Boston Red Sox breakout player this year, I got no one else other than Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo came over to the Boston Red Sox last year in that Mookie Betts deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think Alex Verdugo is going to have to be a big part of this team's success if they want to have any success this year. I feel like he will. He's going to get a full season at Fenway Park. I think he's a nice gap-to-gap hitter, and there's that right field gap is going to be very nice for Alex Verdugo. I think it's going to be a bright spot this year for you guys' team. I got high hopes for Alex Verdugo this season. And in third place, this may be a shocker to some people, I got the reigning AL champs in the Tampa Bay Rays. Look, the Rays lost some people this year. They lost Charlie Morton and Blake Snell, which were two anchor points of their rotation, in my opinions. Some people are like, oh, Charlie Morton didn't have the best year last year. Well, he's definitely a big part of this team. And then Blake Snell, former Cy Young Award winner. I got him locked in here at 89 and 73. I'm not really a big fan of the Tampa Bay Rays lineup. You get guys like Randy Arozarena. You got Willie Thomas, you got all those guys, but I feel like it's not enough to get it done. I feel like there's going to be a team that just sneaks in, maybe just short of 90 games. Maybe they'll win 90 games, who knows, but I feel like this division got really, really tough with the emergence of our next team. And the breakout player for the Rays, I got locked in here at Austin Meadows. Look, Austin Meadows came over that Chris Archer trade, I'm pretty sure back in 2018, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was an all-star between 2019. I think there's a good chance he repeats that here in 2021. I'm a big fan of Austin Meadows, that nice left-handed smooth swing. If he can just clean up on the defensive side of things just a little bit, I feel like he could be one of the best outfielders in the American League. I'm a big fan of Austin Meadows, and I think he should be the Rays' breakout player this year. And in second place here, I got the Toronto Blue Jays here at 91 and 71. Look, I was a big fan of what the Blue Jays did this offseason. If you go back and watch every single Blue Jays, breaking news video I had on the channel, I mentioned time and time again, I'm a big fan of what they did this off-season, and I think they could be a really big-time sleeper team this year. They brought in George Springer, they brought in Marcus Semien. I was a big fan of them bringing in Steven Matz because I think when he's healthy, he's a very solid pitcher, left-handed southpaw kind of guy. If they can bring in another pitcher, maybe just late in before the season, maybe they trade for a guy, I could maybe see him making a nice little deep run into the playoffs possibly. I think there's a good chance they'll sneak it into a wild card. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Big fan of the Toronto Blue Jays, locked in at 91-71 in second place in the American League East. All right, I got the Blue Jays breakout player being none other than Vlad Guerrero Jr. Vlad Guerrero Jr. was a very hyped up prospect, and honestly, he deserved the hype. This kid was a stud in the minor leagues. Hasn't panned out so far in the big leagues. I think he's been solid, but hasn't really lived up to the hype yet. This kid lost 40 something pounds in the offseason, which I think is gonna transfer great to the baseball diamond. I think he's gonna make a lot of plays at third base. He's gonna be a great bat. He's gonna be a lot quicker. And he's kind of going to be this anchor point of this young Blue Jays core that they got going. And in first place in the American League East, I got the Yankees here at 95 and 67. Look, the chase for 28 continues for the Yankees, and we've been hearing it the last couple of years. I feel like this division got a lot harder, like I said earlier, so I feel like that's why some people may knock on me for not having winning over 100 games. Because, look, I'm a big fan of the Yankees, all right? They got guys like Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, DJ LeMahieu, Gio Urshela, Luke Voigt. The problem is none of them could stay healthy and play at the same time. If they can stay healthy and all play at the same time, I feel like this Yankees team has got a good chance to make a nice deep run. But I don't have them win over 100 games because I feel like this division is going to be very tough this year. Kicking off here with the American League Central. Look, I got the Detroit Tigers in 5th place here at 49 and 117. Look, I don't think this team's going to be very good. They kind of don't have really anyone on their roster that's worth wild. I'm a big fan of what they got in the farm system with guys like Casey Mize and Spencer Torkelson. I feel like those guys are going to be very good and very impactful to this team when they get to the MLB. There's a good chance maybe we see Casey Mize this year. But I got the Tigers locked in here, 49-117 in last place in the AL Central. And Tigers breakout player, I got Nomar Mazara, who came over in the offseason. I've always been a fan of Nomar Mazara when he was back with the Rangers. He's a left-handed power bat. He can never really, figure it out over there in the Rangers. He went over to the White Sox. Now he's here with the Tigers. I could see him possibly maybe reviving his career here. He's a big left-handed power bat, like I said. If he can maybe have a nice little prove-it year with the Tigers, maybe he gets a bigger contract in the future. But I have it locked in that maybe he's going to have a big year for the Detroit Tigers. And in 4th place in the American League Central, I got the Kansas City Royals at 76 and 86. I'm a big fan of what the Royals did this offseason, bringing guys like Andrew Benintendi, that was kind of the big name, Carlos Santana, and Michael A. Taylor. They brought back in Wade Davis, I'm pretty sure. So, look, I feel like this Royals team is pretty young, but they got some vets. I feel like all these guys, if you look at it, all these guys are kind of like on 2-year, 1-year deals. All their meaningful players, like Whit Merrifield's got a couple years left. Benintendi's only got like 2 years. Santana's on a 2-year deal. Michael A. Taylor's on a 1-year deal. Horace Solaire's on a 1-year deal. And Salvador Perez is on a 1-year deal. So this team has got a lot of work to do with, bringing these guys back into going next year. But I think right now this team is about a middle-of-the-pack team in the entire MLB. The breakout player I got for the Royals this year is shortstop Adalberto Mondesi. I feel like this kid needs to have a big year. If you go back on it, the problem with this guy is he can't stay healthy. He can't play a whole season. But when he plays like half a season, he plays like 70, 80 games, he looks spectacular. So I feel like if he can play a whole 150 games, he doesn't even play 160. If you play about 150 games, I feel like this kid will break out and be a star for Kansas City. And in 3rd place here, it might be a shock for some people, at least their win-loss record. I have the Cleveland Indians here at 79 and 85. Look, I feel like the Indians losing Lindor is really, really going to hurt them. It may not look on paper that this team lost a lot, but I just have a feeling that they're not going to win a lot of games. So, 79 wins, that's a good amount, but I just don't think it's going to be, like 85, 86, 87. They still got guys like Shane Bieber, Jose Ramirez. They got young Tristan McKenzie, who I'll talk about in a second. Franmil Reyes. Look, this team's got players, but I just feel like it's not enough to, win some games. So I got them locked in here at 79 wins. And the Indians breakout player, I got locked in here at Tristan McKenzie. Tristan McKenzie, I feel like had a pretty solid 2020 season with the Indians. I like that he pitches with some flair and like pizzazz. I feel like that's really what the Indians are lacking in their starting rotation. So if he can keep up this little flair and pizzazz, there's no question in my mind that he will break out for the Cleveland Indians. And at 93 and 69, I got the Minnesota Twins here in 2nd place. The Twins got a lot of offensive firepower with guys like Josh Donaldson, Byron Buxton, Nelson Cruz. Mitch Garver. I'm a big fan of what the Twins got going. The rotation, they got some solid pieces there, like Ken and Jose Barrios. So I feel like this team can definitely snag in a wild card spot in the American League in second place with 93 wins. And the Twins breakout player this year, I got Jose Barrios. Look, I was always a big fan of Jose Barrios. I feel like what his kind of problem is that he kind of had to be the guy. But now that like Ken is there, I feel like Jose Barrios, kind of lacks that pressure off him that he's the guy, and he can just go out there on the mound and do his thing. So I'm a big fan of Jose Barrios, and I expect a big season from him. And in first place in the American League Central, I got the Chicago White Sox on 101 and 61. I'm a big fan of what the White Sox are doing. They got guys like Eloy Jimenez, Luis Robert, Tim Anderson, Yohan Moncada, Nick Madrigal, the reigning MVP, and Jose Abreu, Yasmani Grandal. The rotation, they got Lucas Giolito and Lance Lynn, who they acquired from the Rangers. I feel like the Chicago White Sox can go make a run with the American League title this year. I'm a big fan of what they've done. I got them locked in at first place in the American League Central. And the White Sox breakout player, I have it locked in here at Eloy Jimenez. I'm expecting a very big year from this kid, maybe even a monster year, you could say. I could see him hitting over 30-something homers, 35 homers, knocking a lot of runs. I feel like when they traded for him, when they traded Jose Quintana, the crosstown rivals Chicago Cubs, pretty sure it was 2017, correct me if I'm wrong, White Sox fans, but I remember sitting there and reading that trade, I was like, this was an absolute steal for the Chicago White Sox. When he's ready and he's here in the future, he's going to be a stud. So I think Eloy Jimenez is going to break out for the White Sox this year, so look out for it. And kicking off here in the last division of this video, we got the Seattle Mariners last place here in the American League West. Kind of no surprise here. Got them here at 61 and 101. Look, I'm not too sure about this Mariners team. I feel like they're really, really in a bad place right now. I'm not too sure about their farm system. You Mariners fans have to let me know about that. But I know the kid down there by the name of Evan White, who's a very solid defensive first baseman that hits some home runs. I feel like the big bright spot on this team is Kyle Lewis, and I'll jump into him in a minute. But last place, I got the Mariners at 61 and 101. And breaking out for the Mariners again, like he did last year in that 60-game season, I got Kyle Lewis. This kid put up monster numbers in a 60-game season, so just imagine what he's going to do in a full 162-game season. I'm a big fan of Kyle Lewis. I feel like he's the big bright spot on this Mariners team, obviously. And if they can build around this kid in the outfield, I think the Mariners could be a pretty solid team in the next few years. But it all starts around this kid, Kyle Lewis, and I expect another big year from him this year. And in fourth place in the American League West, I got the Texas Rangers here at 69-93. Look, the Rangers, again, they made a trade this offseason which really questioned their, what the decision-making in the front office is. They traded longtime shortstop Elvis Andrus, been there for as long as I remember, for aging outfielder from the Oakland A's, Chris Davis, who's kind of, struggled the last couple of years, and they say that this guy's going to be there for the outfield depth, but he really isn't an outfielder, really. He's just a DH that hits home runs. So, kind of question that trade, but this team's got some players. They got, they got Joey Gallo. So Joey Gallo, is a big part of this team's success the past couple years. So I'm a big fan of Joey Gallo. But I think the Texas Rangers will be in fourth place this year. The Rangers breakout player this year, I got shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's moving to shortstop this year with the absence of longtime shortstop Elvis Andrus. This kid's a nice glove. He's a good contact here, so I feel like he can kind of take over that role and be that guy for the Texas Rangers this year. So I have him being their breakout player, so I expect a solid season for him this year. In third place, I got the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim here at 81 and 81. Look, all the on paper, this team should be good, but I feel like they're not going to get over that hump of this year, wasting another year of the career of Mike Trout, who could go down as one of the greatest to ever play. I mean, they got guys like Anthony Rendon, you got Trout, you got Justin Upton, you got David Fletcher, you got the aging Albert Pujols, of course. So I just feel like this team isn't going to get over the hump, and I feel like what that getting over the hump for this team means is having better pitching. I'm pretty sure Ohtani's pitching this year. The pitching needs to step up for this team to get over the hump, and that's all I can really say about this team because it's true. And for the Angels breakout players here, I got starting pitcher, left-hand pitcher Andrew Heaney. Again, like I've been saying, I feel like the pitching just needs to step up for this team, and I think Andrew Heaney can get it done here for the Angels. He's stepping up. The question is, will it be enough? And I don't think it will be enough for the Angels, but I think Andrew Heaney will have himself a pretty solid season and break out for the Angels. And in second place here, I got the Houston Astros at 87.75. Look, I feel like the Astros and their sign stealing scandal a couple off seasons ago, I feel like it really brought down the morale of this team. I truly do. If you look last year, this team struggled to make it to the postseason. I'm pretty sure they barely made the postseason. They made it pretty far in the postseason. I think they made it to the late divisional round. But I feel like, that sign stealing scandal really brought down the morale of this team. You got guys aging, and Jose Altuve is getting up there in age. You got Michael Brantley again, who you guys re-signed, but he's getting up there. So this team, they got the players, but I feel like the pitching is going to struggle this year. You're not going to have Verlander the entire year. Your aces, the aging Zach Greinke. So I have to wait and see what happens, but I have the Houston Astros locked in second place with 87 wins. And for the Astros breakout players here, I got Kyle Tucker, 6'4" left-handed bat. With losing George Springer, this guy's going to kind of take over that outfield spot for the Astros this year. So I feel like this kid's going to break out. I've always been a fan of him. He's got a nice solid swing from the left side. So I expect Kyle Tucker to break out for the Astros this year. And in first place in the American League West, I got the Oakland Athletics at 93-69. Look, I feel like this Oakland Athletics team has always been a pretty solid team the last couple years. So I got them here at first place in the American League West. I feel like this division's, it's gotten weaker. It just as a whole, and the Athletics included. They got some alright pitchers. They got Frankie Montas and Sean Manaea. You got Matt Chapman and Matt Olson on the corner infield, both very solid defenders and good power bats. They got Elvis Andrus, like I said, from the Rangers earlier. They got young Sean Murphy behind the plate, and then got Ramon Laureano. Their quarterback of the outfield and center field over there. So I feel like this team's going to be pretty solid, capping around 93 wins and winning the division. And for the Athletics breakout player, I got Ramon Laureano. Look, this kid is a great ball player. He's a great defender in center field. He's got a cannon. He's a nice extra base hitter, and he'll smack them out of the park for you. So I think Ramon Laureano is a very solid player for the Athletics, and I expect him to break out this year. Thank you guys so much for all watching. Tomorrow I have the National League version of this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, comment some ideas that you guys, video related that you guys want me to pump out during the MLB season. We're getting so close. We got about like 15, 16-ish days. Actually, that might be way off, but we are so close to the MLB season. I couldn't be more excited. So I want you guys to comment what kind of videos do you want me to put out. There could be discussions, there could be live streams, top 10 rankings, maybe a recap of the week. So just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and hit us up on Instagram. All of our social media links will be in the bio. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We are built better. I'll see you guys later. Peace.